Hi, last time we talked a little bit about how reason and logic, how they tend to be very narrow in their bandwidth and not very good vehicles for carrying what truth might be. And today what we're going to look at, I've got a neat little visual aid here. Hopefully you can see it nice and crisp here. Spent a lot of time working on this particular visual aid, not really. Imagine you have an X and Y axis, and here they are. You have the X and Y axis, and on this X and Y axis, very two-dimensional type of representation of experience and learning. So for example, experience here is what we can know from our senses, what we can see in the world, what we can gather from our own experiences. And the other axis here is learning, what we can know from what others have experienced. And perhaps somebody who's looked through a microscope, a telescope, whatever it is, but they've taught us a lot. In this plane of learning, and it is a flat plane, all that we can know, all that others can know, is dictated to us through the senses. But as it is, as we can see it here, even though it is very well ordered and beautiful, it is also very flat. And why that's important for me is this. Oftentimes we have this problem with faith because it can't line up with everything that we can personally experience or other people have determined through physics, science, math, whatever. And what is beautiful for me is that the Bible is the only book that in the history of religions has had God actually show up. And what's particularly fascinating to me in that is when it says the Word became flesh. To me, that tells me that something two-dimensional, the Word, reason, things that are crafted along our sense experience and others, became flesh. It shows me that the Word became a person, that God came in and gave three dimensions to an idea in the person of Jesus. And that's why it's intriguing to think through the ethic of Christianity, and especially the person of Jesus, because it goes beyond what we can grasp or understand in terms of flat experience and knowledge. And that's why I'm a believer.